Welcome back. Today I'm making a pumpkin earthquake cake. First thing I need to do is preheat my oven to 350 degrees. In a large mixing bowl, I'm going to add 1 cake mix. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice. Now I did not measure this, I did eyeball it. And then I'm also going to add 1 can, which is 15 ounces, just shy of 2 cups of pumpkin puree. You don't want to use pumpkin pie mix. You want to use the puree. It's just pumpkin. And once I've got that added, I'm just going to stir this really well. Now, you can use any kind of cake mix you'd like. I'm using spice cake mix, but you can use a vanilla, a yellow, a butter, a white. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you happen to have on hand is fine. And I'm just going to stir this until it's completely mixed. I want to make sure all the dry ingredients are wet. And once I have that done, I'm going to spray a 9x13 baking dish with nonstick spray. And I'm just going to spoon out my cake mix. And I'm going to spread this around evenly in my pan. And just make sure I scrape all that goodness out. And once I've got all that added, I'm just going to make sure I get this spread around evenly. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but you want it pretty even so it'll bake evenly. So I'm just going to spread that around until nice and coating the pan. And then I'm going to prepare the topping. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to whip together an 8-ounce package of cream cheese and 1 stick of butter. I'm going to start out stirring this, just start to mix it, and then I'm going to switch over to my whisk. And I'm just going to whisk this until it's nice and smooth and creamy. Now you could do this with a hand mixer if you'd like, but I find the whisk works well. You just want to make sure that your cream cheese is softened to room temperature before you do this. And this takes about a minute or 2. And once that's done, I'm going to measure out 1 cup of butterscotch chips. And I'm going to pour that in there. I'm going to give it a quick stir. And then I'm going to dollop this cream cheese mixture on top of my cake. I'm just going to put a spoonful here, a spoonful there, until it's completely covered. And once I've got all that last bit of that in there, I'm just going to kind of spread that around and kind of swirl it into the cake. And when it's ready, I'm going to pop it in the oven, and I'm going to let this bake for about 40 minutes. And I want to warn you now, this is not the most beautiful cake ever, but what it lacks in looks, it certainly makes up in taste. So I'm going to slide that in there, and I'm going to bake it for 40 minutes. Once it's baked, I'm going to check it to make sure it comes out clean when I insert a knife. And that's all there is to it. It's quick, it's easy, and it's really, really good. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me in the future, hit that subscribe button down below. I'm trying to post 3 videos a week, 2 cooking and baking videos along with 1 random. As I said before, I love all things pumpkin spice. Well, almost all things pumpkin spice. There's definitely a limit to what I will eat or try. But one of the things that I really like are cakes and cobblers and muffins. And this fits the bill. It is called a pumpkin earthquake cake, but I would really say more of a coffee cake than a regular cake. This would be great served with some coffee with girlfriends for a little coffee clutch. Really quick, simple recipe. There's 2 bowls involved, a couple utensils, and a pan, and a handful of ingredients. It comes together quickly. It bakes fairly quickly, and it's incredibly good. Definitely a keeper. Definitely going to be using this recipe again. It's the month of pumpkin spice. It's October, so look for another video next week. Let me know down in the comments your favorite pumpkin spice recipe. and maybe I'll try it for you. I hope you guys have a great day. And remember, not every day is good, but there's always something good in every day, and I will see you next time.